So one of the fascinating subjects for us in the sector coupling team is the transition of energy consumers to being energy consumers and prosumers. So potentially at points in time selling energy and buying energy, depending on the energy balance of their own facilities. And what we see as a fascinating subject within that is the opportunity to, in the future, utilize solar panels, which we see here on the Smart Store, to utilize or to produce electricity that we either utilize in the facility or that we sell to the grid, or utilize that electricity to produce other forms of energy. And I spoke to earlier another application development center that we're planning to do based on our own solar field across the street over here to potentially produce hydrogen for our own facility usage, for our own production usage, which that's another form of energy storage, such as the cooling tank that we saw downstairs earlier. But the opportunity also to utilize that energy to produce hydrogen and at the same time use the inefficiency of that electrolysis process to recover heat to supply to the district energy or campus energy system and then to the district energy system. And another form of that is also just producing heat in general. So utilizing the electrical power, if the heat price is high, to at that same time utilize that energy and the electricity price is low, to produce heat to sell that to the campus energy system and or to the district energy system. Einar, can you tell us about what we're doing here at the Smart Store in terms of baseline research on how you create that energy arbitrage system of the future?
Yeah, as you also saw in the beginning, we have all the different applications, and what we have been testing is these different handles. How much capacity can we push or move around in a standard supermarket? With the solar panels, the 100 kilowatt of solar panels installed, for the first half year of 2024, 37% of the energy use electricity for the store alone was supplied by the solar panels. And on top of that, we were selling for the first half year only 12 megawatt of energy back to the electrical grid. A little bit of that we used for testing. We're running our refrigeration system as a heat pump, so taking that excess energy from the panels into the refrigeration system, produce heat for the district heating and selling it. And the positive things is that we are getting more money for the energy we are selling to the district heating grid as what we are getting when we are selling back to the electrical grid.
Makes sense.
But that will probably stop one day. But we have been testing on all these different handles. We have also tested how we can buffer up energy in the cold rooms and the low temp cabinets if there's something we can store there. It's not a lot. But if you take a total supermarket chain, it's all add up.
Yeah.
So we have now an idea how much energy we can store and buffer up across and with what kind of timing. But we still need the full sophistication to get all the pricing and data and build all that. So that's the next, I would say, the next step for us.